Hi kids, this is Mrs. Moody, and this video is about writing equations of parabolas. Okay, I'm just going to start off with examples, and the first one we're going to do is write the equation of the parabola with a focus at 4, 6 and directrix y equals 0. And whenever we're doing these, I highly recommend that you sketch a picture. It doesn't have to be a beautiful plotted graph like we did in the last lesson, but just sketch what you're given. So here, I just sketched a little x and y axis. I put a focus at 4, 6. I drew a horizontal dashed line at y equals 0. And now I can look at this and I can locate my vertex, because even though they didn't give us the vertex, we know that it has to be halfway between. So halfway between 0 and 6 is 3. That has to be the vertex. So now we know where the vertex is. Write that down. So if we know where the vertex is and the focus and the directrix, then just by looking at this, we can tell it has to open around the focus like that. I'm just drawing this in randomly. I'm not plotting it, I'm just sketching it in, but I know it's going to be an x squared with a positive p. And I can also look at this and figure out what the p value is just by counting from the vertex to the focus. P has to be positive 3. So let's write all that down. Alright, so now we know which equation to use. X minus h all squared equals 4p y minus k. And we just need h, which we have is, what did I do? Our h is 4, our k is 3, our p is 3. We're just going to fill it in. So x would be the letter x minus 4 for h squared equals 4 times 3 times y minus 3. Alright, and then some teachers have you put the 4 and the 3 together and some don't. I'm going to go ahead and have you put it together. So we'll do x minus 4 all squared equals 12 and then y minus 3. You see, we just located the parts, figured out what each letter was, and then filled in the blanks. Okay, for our next example, it says a parabola has the equation y squared equals 11x. What are the coordinates of the focus? So I chose this example to do because our 4p is not easily divisible by 4, but we still have to do it. Plus, we have a y squared, so we're going to practice one of the ones that opens right. In fact, I'm going to write down what I know. And wow, my handwriting is bad. Sorry, but it opens right. I also know, since it's got no h and it's got no k, that our vertex is at 0, 0. And I know that 4p, let's see if I can do this, 4p equals 11, which means p is going to be 11 over 4. Or in decimals, that is 2.75. So if I were to just sketch this, and I don't even have to sketch the whole thing, I'm going to put a vertex at 0, 0. Let's change it to blue. A vertex at 0, 0. And I know I have to go right 2.75 units. 1, 2, 3. 2.75 is going to be about right there. And that's all I really need, because the question was, what are the coordinates of the focus? And the coordinates of that point right there are 2.75, 0. And you didn't even have to draw that. You could probably do that in your head, but if you can't, sketch it out. It's the best way to figure things out. Alright, for this next example, we're going to graph y squared minus 8x minus 6y minus 7 equals 0. And that is not something we've ever seen before. When we graph our y squareds, we're used to seeing it in the standard form. Y minus k all squared equals 4p x minus h. So we're going to do some completing the square to make this first equation look like the second equation. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is group our like terms. So I'm going to put the y squared minus 6y together. And then I'm going to leave a space, and then I'm going to put equals, and I'm going to add 8x to the other side, so equals 8x. And I'm going to add 7 to the other side, so plus 7. Alright, so put the squared part and it's the like terms on the left, but everything else on the right. The next thing we're going to do is complete the square right here. Okay, so that means I'm going to half the 6 and square it. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9, so I'm going to add 9. And if I add 9 to the left, I have to add 9 to the right. Okay. After I complete the square, I need to factor and combine like terms. So first I have y minus 3 all squared equals 8x plus 16. And then I need to factor out my 4p. Alright, so now that we have it in the form that we're used to, we know that h is negative 2. We know that k is 3. We know that 4p equals 8. So therefore p must equal 2. So we have everything we need to plot this on a graph. Okay, so our vertex will be at negative 2, positive 3. So go back 2 and up 3. Put a vertex right there. This is a y squared, so we know it's horizontal. Our p is positive, so we know it's going to open to the right. We're going to count 2 units to the right and put our focus, and 2 units to the left and put our directrix, which I am having trouble drawing. There, that's the best I could do. So we have our vertex, our focus, our directrix. We need a latus rectum. That is going to be 8 units long, so 4 up, 4 down. Put those points on the ends and connect the dots. And that is that. So let's write all those parts down. Alright, our vertex, we already said, was at negative 2, 3. The focus was 3 units to the right, so that's at 0, 3. I'm sorry, 2 units to the right, so that was at 0, 3. The directrix is a vertical line at x equals negative 4. The latus rectum is 8 units long, and our axis of symmetry, which goes right through the middle of that, is going to be a horizontal line at y equals 3. For our final example, we're going to do a word problem. A bowl has a parabolic cross-section. The diameter of the bowl is 40 centimeters. The focus is 4 centimeters from the vertex, and the vertex is at the origin. What is the equation for the bowl, and what is the depth of the bowl? Alright, so let's just draw a picture of what they gave us. Alright, here we have a bowl with the vertex at the origin, 0, 0. This bowl has a diameter of 40 centimeters. From here to here is 40 centimeters, so that means that this will be at 20, and this will be at negative 20, for that to total up to 40. The focus is 4 centimeters from the vertex, so I'm going to put it in here, and this point is going to be 0, 4, right? Our focus is at 0, 4. It's a mess. And the vertex is the origin, so what is the equation for the bowl? Sorry for the interruption, I have a little helper here with me. But where was I? Okay, so we need to know, first of all, we know it's an x squared because it's opening up. Okay, so we'll go with the x minus h squared equals 4py minus k. And then we know the vertex is at the origin, so h and k are 0 and 0. And I know that if this is the vertex at 0 and the focus is at 4, then p has to be 4. So I've got x squared equals, and then 4 times 4 it would be 16, and then y minus 0. So x squared equals 16y would be the equation. Alright, so what is the depth of the bowl? Alright, a lot of people think, oh, it's 4 centimeters. Well, we don't know how high these sides go up. So what we do know is how far over they go. So I'm going to plug in, I could plug in a 20 for x or a negative 20. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter at all because I'm going to square it. So 20 squared equals 16y. So I'm going to square 20. I get 400. I'm going to divide by 16 to get y. And 400 divided by 16 is 20 25, and that's 25 centimeters. Sorry, Nora, I'm almost done. 25 centimeters is how deep that bowl is from top to bottom. Okay, I think somebody wants my attention, so I'm going to end this video now. You guys have a good rest of your day.